Namaste. Thank you for joining Mindful Yoga. Today is the nature of a practice. Our theme is. I think a lot in the past I mentioned that one of the yoga teaching, or it's related to a little bit the Indian Hindu teaching. So it says that we constantly practice, but the practice without expectation. So desireless action or action that are performed without any expectation or fruits of a practice, fruits of our action. So if we expect, then if it doesn't come out as we want, so our emotion or mental states goes swing up and down because we don't know what's going to happen, right? So just we practice what we think it's right, then the result or what comes out from it, we will not expect. But anyway, so that's in the mind. Come to a comfortable seat, then eyes closed, and roll our shoulder a few times back and down, and resting our hands on your knees. And maybe chin mudra, index finger, thumb tips together. And noticing the breath coming in through the nose and going out through the nose. So mindful breathing. It's a very simple practice, but we notice we are breathing in when you inhale. And when we breathe out, we notice we are exhaling. It's just a simple practice, but that in a simplicity, it's a great practice of being here and paying attention and appreciating this air that we can breathe in and out, and our ability right now we can breathe in and breathing out, and appreciating the moment we have here to sit and able to pay attention. And we follow the breath all the way in and out. When you inhale, you might move our awareness upward and outward. Feel the openness. And when we exhale, notice how our chest sinks down, and then relaxing down to the earth. So awareness moves downward, grounding. And then inhale, moving upward and out. And then exhale, feel the ground. Inhale. And exhaling. Maybe slowing down the breath and deeper connection to our body. So breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. And a few more breaths. Next inhale, we spread our arms wide and feel our arms moving. And feel our shoulder and feel the side of our body. Then on our exhalation, let's bring our palms together to heart center and might be bowing our head and setting our intention or dedication. And slowly open our eyes. Okay, so we're gonna come down on the mat, but let's have the belt close by so we can access when we want to. Okay, lie down first, and let's come to the mat, and let's spread our arms and toes out and stretch. Take a big inhale, stretch, and open our mouth, let it go. And do a few more rounds like that. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go. And one last time, inhale, stretch. And then exhale, let it go. Relax. And then gradually bringing our knee one by one towards the chest. Right knee, left knee, and hug our knees. And gently roll side to side. So today, let's move slowly so we can pay attention. Then we appreciate. So we do the mindfulness practice. So we can pay attention how we feel on each moment, and appreciating that our body moves certain way. Sometimes we discover today is different from yesterday, or months ago, or a year ago, or a few years. But still we are moving. And with grateful appreciation, let's move. Okay, so let's get the belt on your right foot. Then let's come to half happy baby on your right side. So bend your right knee, then your right foot pointing to the ceiling. Then gradually left leg goes down to the mat and stretch. And you might feel the length to the front of your left hip. And make sure relax your shoulder resting on the ground so that it's easier for you to, using a belt. So it's easier for your shoulder and your arms and neck. Just relax that part. And you might roll your head side to side to relax our neck. Then gradually, we're gonna straighten our right leg out or halfway. Then bend your right knee and bring your right heel towards you. Then we're gonna do a few more rounds. So right heel away. Then bring your right heel in. Then do one more time. Then eventually, let's open our right leg out, externally rotating our leg. So stretch the inner leg. So if that doesn't happen, that is totally good. Then we're gonna gradually bring your right knee, bend your right knee. And knee comes to the left side this time, twist. So you might keep your right knee bent or gradually right leg goes straight to the side. So it's up to you. So your left hand is holding the belt this time and right hand spread to the right side. So your right hand goes to the right side, right leg goes to the other side. Then stretch in the between. Now you might gradually move your right arm big circle, very slowly. And we are checking how we feel around our right shoulder. And maybe it helps to open the right shoulder. And then change the direction of the circle once you complete one big circle. And then gradually back to center. Okay, so now we back to center and switch the belt onto your left foot. And the belt come to the left foot. The happy baby but on half side, left side. Bend your left knee goes out and left bottom of the foot facing to the ceiling. And gradually straighten your right leg and find the length to the right hip joint. But if bending your right knee a little bit, it's more comfortable, do so. Then gradually we go by means of moving our left heel away, out, then bring your left heel in, then maybe half straighten or stretch your leg and bend your knee. Then one last time, then this time we're gonna stay there, stretch your left leg or close to it. Then open our left leg and inner leg opens. You might point your toes and flex or, see which one feels good to you or easier for you to open our legs. Then gradually bend your left knee. Then move your left knee to the right side this time. So you might keep your knee bent or gradually straighten your left leg, up to you, but spread our left arm to the other side so that we can spiral our spine. Then you might move your left arm a big circle to check how our left arm feels and shoulder. And do the opposite direction as well. Okay. Then we're gonna gradually back to center. We're gonna let go the belt for now. And hug both knee to the chest and gently roll side to side. So you might lift your head and chin towards your knee, Apanasana, squeeze your belly towards your thigh and roll side to side, or you can rest your head down to the mat. All right. Then gradually release your head down to the mat and interlace your fingers to the back of your head, elbow open to the side. Let's do bicycle twist. Inhale, knees up. Then on our exhalation, lower your right leg by pushing your right heel out. And then gradually lower, engage the right leg. Then right elbow, left knee touch. Inhale, come to center knee together. Then exhale the other way. Stretch your left leg lower, left elbow, right knee touch. And then continue. You might speed up or you might keep that speed. And then exhale to twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Happy baby. So this time both sides. Open your knees wide. Then you might grab your ankles or feet or wherever you can reach to. You can Rest your hands inside of your thigh. One more breath. All right, then release. Let's cross our right leg over the left. Maybe interlace your legs together or just across. Then right arm come under the left arm, interlace your arms together. And then point your fingers over the head and toes towards back. Then as if we are stretching, it's not completely. Then on your exhalation, lift your knee to the elbow. Lift your head and knee to the elbow. Then inhale, stretch, squeeze. Then exhale, knee to the elbow. So we are opening our hips and opening our shoulder. And a core work. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And spread our arms wide. Drop your both knee to the right side. So still crossing the leg. Rest. And relax our belly. Relax our lower back. Okay. Then come back to center. And we're going to do the other side, the left leg over the right leg to cross. Left arm under the left arm under the right arm. Cross the arm. I'm going to inhale, point your fingers up over the head and toes away. Then on our exhalation, if you can lift your head, knee to the elbow, or moving your leg closer. Using our core and ab. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open our arms wide. Drop your knee to the left side and let's rest. And relax our lower back. And opening our shoulder. Spreading our arms. One more breath. And coming back to center. All right. So next one, we're going to roll back and forth. Rocking chair to come up to the seat, or you choose to roll on your side to sit. So decide which one is your practice today. If you are rolling back and forth, 3, 2, 1. Cross your leg, hands come forward. We're going to step back to tabletop and come onto the table. And open your fingers wide, knees under the hip. Then tuck our toes under, opening our toes and pull our hips back, like a child pose. And then inhale, coming up. One more time. Exhale, tuck our toes, pull our hips back, sitting down towards your heel, stretching the foot arch. And then inhale, coming up. And this time we're going to come onto your belly. So however you like to, or bending your elbows towards back, gradually belly to the mat. Okay. So now let's spread our arms to the side. Your palm is facing down. Okay. So now engage our both leg. So your feet can be hip distance apart. Then plant our left foot, the top of the foot down. Then right leg goes straight up. You might point your toes to engage our leg. Then feel the glute working to help lifting your leg. Then one more breath. Then on our exhalation, right knee comes over, bend your right knee, right toe comes over to the left side. And then inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, release. So if your hand spreading open doesn't work well, You can bend your elbow, bring your palms close by. Then let's do the other side. So point your toe, engage your leg, and planting our top of the foot down to the mat to begin. Then left leg goes straight up. Engage our glute. And then on our exhalation, bend your left knee, left toe come onto the right side. So we are spiraling the spine and roll onto the right side a little bit. And then inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, release our leg. So let's do the other side one more time. Inhale. Lift our right leg straight up. Then bend your right knee. Then roll onto your left side. And then maybe toe comes on the ground or maybe not. And then slowly come back. Then lower your right leg to the mat. Okay, left side. So this helps to the back muscle area. As you lift your left leg, feel the glute working, feel the back muscle working to left, then bend your knee, bend your left knee, and move your left toe towards your right. So now we are opening our hip joint, front of the thigh, opening our shoulder, and then slowly we're going to come back to center. Okay. All right. Then plant our palms down under the shoulder. We're going to gradually come up like a cobra. Then bend your knees. Pull your hips back, child pose. Then lengthen the lower back. Resting your forehead or chin down. And reaching our hands forward. One more breath. And then inhale, slowly rising. Tabletop. And then inhale, right hand to the sky, open our chest. Then on our exhalation, right hand come under to the left side. So right ear, shoulder to the mat. And make sure that the temple bone on right side of the head, resting on the ground, so we can give a nice pressure to relax. The left hand can go straight forward, touch to the ground. Then pull our hips back and nice twist. You might just stay here, or you might lift our left knee and stretch your left leg back and toes down. And relax our head and jaw. One more breath. Then gradually bring your left hand closer and lift yourself. One more time, right hand to the sky. And then exhale, let go, tabletop. Other side, left hand to the sky, look up. Then exhale, left hand come under and reach to the right. So your left side of the head is touched to the mat. So that is so important, and relax our jaw and soften your face. Then reach our right hand forward, touch to the mat. We are opening our shoulder, releasing the lower back. And releasing the tension at our head, and especially side of the head. And keep your breath going. One more. Then slowly we're gonna rise, bring our right hand closer, lift ourselves, left hand to the sky. And then exhale, release. Then plant our palms down, come to downward facing dog, not too long. We lift our hips. Then walking our feet gradually forward. Now we're gonna bend forward. You might bend your knees a lot. And grab our elbows if you like. Then swing side to side. Relax our head. Opening our back line. And last breath. All right, soften our knees, round our back. With our inhalation, let's slowly come up to standing position. Okay, so now your feet is parallel to each other, so toes pointing forward. Then inhale, hands reach up and grab our elbows. Then inhale, elbows upward, lengthening, and feel the length to the side of the body, opening our shoulder. If you like to challenge, you might lift your heels off the ground to balance as well. One more breath. Then exhale, leg goes, heels down, soften your knees, and your hands goes up and down. And relax our arms. We want to do one more time. Inhale, hands reach up and grab our elbows, but this time do the opposite way to hold. You know, we have a tendency of one side. That's very easy to grab on, but we're going to do the difficult part. Inhale, lift our elbows and lengthen the side. And if you like, lift your heels up and balance. And up, up, up. Then on our exhalation, let it go, drop. And swing our arms up and down. Okay, then come back to center. Let's do breath of joy. Breath of joy is inhale, hands forward, exhale out. Inhale, hands forward. Then exhale, bend your knee and say ha and drop down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Your own pace. So we release our tension. Few more times. Your last. Then slowly come up to center. And feet is a little bit apart, point your toes out. We swing our arms, wrap around our body. We are tapping our lower belly, tapping our back, right and left. It's a kidney location, waistline. You might do Kapalabharati, forceful exhalation through the nose. So it's exhale, exhale through the nose. And each time we tuck our navel in and twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, gradually come back to center. It's so interesting that we do exhale, exhale. But that's really engaging our muscle. It's already creating the heat, and we also swinging our arms. And hopefully you got activated your body. And let's come on to the front of the mat and let's stand feet together. So feet apart if you like, but make sure your kneecap and toes go the same direction. So our spring practice, it's still spring. We grow like a wood or the bamboo tree. So imagine something is growing straight upward, reaching to the sun or sunshine. Okay, let's do sun salutation, prayer to the sun, but take a slow pace so we can pay attention to our breath and our body. Let's together inhale, hands reach out and up. Maybe gaze to your hands. And then exhale, bend your knees, then bend forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, bend forward. Bend your knee, belly towards your thigh. We're going to do one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your leg, maybe. Then exhale, soften your knees, head relax. And then inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, let's bring our hands down, come into tabletop, step back. Then tuck our toes under. Then shift our weight forward. You can do plank pose here too. Or knee down. Then on our exhalation, bend your elbow. We're going to come down to the mat. And point your toes. That's important. Come into cobra. And open our chest forward. Then exhale. Let's come to child pose or downward facing dog, your choice. And lengthening our back. Yeah, always we have a choice. So that is the practice we find today. So you find it today. Sometime, for example, like if I was injured, then totally your practice will change. So you don't give stress to that area. Or if you feel a little bit not so energized today and want to take it easy, then you will take it easy. That is your practice. So every day you find your own way to practice. Okay, then we want to gradually walk forward. If you are child pose, lift your hips, then walk forward. And then inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, bend forward. Relax our head. Inhale, rising. Hands reach out and up. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. Okay, so feet together to stand. Inhale, hands reach up. And grab our right wrist with your left hand. Then inhale, reach our hands to the sky. Then ground our feet, then reach. And reach your right hand to the left side. So important here is that we feel the ground. Then we gather our legs together. Then inward flowing energy. So that we can reach upward and out. Last breath. And then inhale, rising. And then exhale. Let's release our hands. You might swing our hands side to side. Other side, inhale, hands reach up. Grab our left wrist. So again, feet down, then legs together. Then zip our leg, then hands goes upward, then outward to the left or the right side. Then you might look up and feel the rib cage opens on left side. So you don't need to go deeper, but you want to feel down and upward energy flow and inward and outward. Okay, then come to center and let's relax. Okay, so I want to do the one balancing pose. So you are welcome to bring your hips on a wall. Okay, let's do. So if you don't need a support on the wall, you can be just on the yoga mat. But if you like to have the support, bring your hips on a wall. Then we're going to come to like a chair pose. Make sure your knee, if you are using the wall, make sure your kneecap is over your ankle. So sometimes you need to move away from, walk away from the wall. So decide how you want to be. And then inhale, hands goes upward. And then exhale, bend forward. You might bend forward, belly towards your thigh. Then bring our right hand under the left arm. Interlace our arms together or grab your shoulder. Inhale, rising. And hands reach up to the sky. And if you like, you might go upward standing and looking up. Then on our exhalation, coming to chair pose, bring our elbow towards your knees. So your hips are resting on the wall if you are using a wall. Then inhale, rising one more time. Then exhale, bend forward, knee to the elbow. So now keep your upper body a little bit upward, then planting our foot. Then gradually shift our weight to the left foot and right leg goes over the left and cross. So either you can rest your right leg on top of your left thigh, or you can just cross the leg or interlace your legs, or you can bring your right toe down to the mat. Then inhale, reaching our hands upward. And make sure to resting the hips down on the wall. Tuck our navel in one more breath. And then exhale, slowly release. Then bring our feet down. Then rising, hands reach out and up. Then exhale, bend forward. All right, bend your knees, belly towards your thigh. This time we're going to do the left hand under the right arm, interlace your arms. Then inhale, lifting our elbows up. Then you might stand up and maybe arch your back looking up. Then exhale, chair pose, bring our elbow to the knee. Bend forward. One more time, inhale, rising, and the hands reach up to the sky. Open our chest. Then exhale, bend forward. So this time, we're going to come to Eagle, Gardasana. So your hips are supported on the wall if you are using. Then pick up your left leg and over the right leg. So either you can just rest your leg there, or you can cross, interlace, or your left toe come to the ground. Now when you come to the pose, you might notice how your body feels and how you are holding your posture. Maybe lifting our elbows and looking forward. One more breath. Okay, excellent. Release. Bring our both feet down and rising up. And exhale, bend forward. So if you are resting your hips on the wall, you can just move your feet a little bit apart and maybe aware, rest your hips down and maybe just resting here. And if you are on the floor, Uttanasana, grab your elbows, feet apart. One more breath. All right. Then slowly lower ourselves up to stand. Okay. So if you are on the wall, gradually bring ourselves up. Then go back to the yoga mat. All right. Then stand once again in the front of the mat, please. Then inhale, hands reach up and open our chest. And exhale, swan dive down, bend forward. Soften your knees. Inhale, half a left. Then exhale, slowly lower your hips to the mat and sit down. So this time, you might use the block in front of you. And let's start from Baddha Konasana. Feet is together, open our knees wide. So now we're going to open our hips. Then knees goes up and down. Or you can relax your feet and toes and open toes wide like open book. Then relax our hip joint. And if you like, you might bend forward or you might be just here. Focusing on opening opening the hip joint. So when I open my toes like this, I am working from the hip joint. Okay. Then come up if you are bending forward. Then gradually straighten your leg, both legs to the side. Then your hand is in front of you. So we're gonna externally rotate from the hip joint and rotate, 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 spiral, 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 spiral to open. Then if you are tilting the pelvis backward, which means like this, it's hard for you to lift up, then bring your leg closer. So if you open your legs wide, your pelvis naturally want to tilt back. So try not to force it and bring your legs closer. Then our attention or intention is try to bring your sits bone down, then lift our pelvis upward. So no tilting back, then upward. Then just be here. Keep rotating your legs, spiral our legs externally, or you might bend forward. And each exhalation, soften and sink down. And each exhalation, relax and feel the gravity. Last breath. Okay. Then gradually back to center. And let's bring our legs closer and shake. You can do just shaking the legs. Then we're gonna go back again. This time, right leg out and bend your left knee. Then we're gonna use the belt. So belt come onto your right foot. And remember we do the belt is kind of a long tail. So you can grab later on. So the belt comes behind you. Then externally rotating the leg again. Then find your center. Then inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Then bring our chest to on your left knee side. Then on our exhalation, lengthening the left side of your body, reach towards your right side. I'll get the belt. Also, you can do several different things here. Block inside of the right leg. You can rest your elbows or forearm down there, then catch the belt. So that actually helps to rotate our torso from waistline, then opening our chest to the sky. All right, then let's bring our left hand behind you and catch the tail of the belt. So your hand goes rotating in, then bend your elbows so your palm can face back. It's easy for you to catch the belt. So try to see if you can, your left hand can come closer to your right foot as much as you can. So that helps to open our left shoulder. Then lower our left shoulder and lift our left collarbone up. And maybe lift our chin or change the angle of your chin to stretch the left side of the neck. So I found that this is pretty good for the shoulder opening and the neck opening. And one more breath. And slowly come up. Okay, So we're gonna change. So you can still use the belt and bend your right knee and bring your right foot closer. Then switch the belt on your left foot. Then use the belt to stretch your left leg out. Okay, so tail is behind you. Then keep extending, rotating the leg and find your center. Then inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Then face to on your right side, rotate our torso. Then find the openness to the right side of your body, reach towards your left toe. And maybe catch the belt. And reaching towards the left. So your right knee is going away, moving away from your finger, right finger. Last breath. Okay, let's move our right hand. Internally rotated, bend your elbow, palm face back, and catch the belt behind you. Then roll our shoulder back and down, then opening our chest. And change the position of the head or chin to find a stretch to the neck. One more breath. Now exhale. Slowly release. And use your belt. Bend, pick up your left leg, bend your left knee, left heel come closer. And let go of the belt. Okay, so now we're gonna come down on the mat. And nothing behind you. If you like, you might roll back and forth. Or if you need to adjust your lower back, please do. Then eventually come onto your back, please. Lie down. Then bend your knees, plant your feet down to the mat. So if you have a block handy, bring the block between your thighs. Then squeeze our block. So just helps to align our knees and the feet. So feet is parallel each other and maybe hip distance apart. Then tuck our navel towards the spine. Then engage and lengthen the lower back. Then gradually hips high. And you might bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. We're gonna keep our hips up. And lower our shoulder with a lot of shoulder opening today. And planting our feet. And squeeze our block to lift your hips. Okay. So if you like, you might lift your heels up. Then the hands goes over the head. You can keep your heels down or up. And on our exhalation, slowly lower your hips, each vertebra at a time with control. Excellent. Catch the block away, and drop your knee to one side and side. And relax our lower back. And a few more times. So we are releasing the lower back. So when your lower back is ready, bring the block underneath, under your hips, and lift your legs up. So if you don't have a block, you don't need to have a block. Or maybe bring your hands under your hips and support your hips up. You can do shoulder stand or you can do with block, bharatanatyam. Relax our leg.
Then if you like, you might open your legs wide and close, and open and close. So when you do this, you can also bring your awareness to the outer leg, outer thigh, which is abductor to open. Then when you bring your legs together, bring our awareness to adductor, which is inner leg, inner thigh. Okay, then bend your knees and slowly bring your knee down to the mat. If you have a block, like a bridge pose, lift your hips, then slide the block away. Then your hips rest on the ground. So let's do fish pose with supported fish pose with block. So if you have a 2 block or 1 block with cushion will do. Let me have a 1 more block. And then the block is used lengthwise along the spine between the shoulder blade. Then your hips are down. And then comfortably, it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, you need to adjust it. Then if your head is too much to tilt, then you can have a second block to rest your head. Then spread our arms wide and open our chest. You can also do with the cushion, but maybe you want to hold it or kind of make it tight. And you might spread our arms wide. And relax our face, soften. You might move your arms down and up, means sliding your hands along the floor towards your hip and towards your head or over the head, if you like making a snow angel, moving your hands at the side, up and down. And then when you have enough, you might come down, release the block, and coming flat on the back. And if you want to stay longer, do so. And we're gonna gradually, everyone come down. So I like to come on my side, roll to the side, and let go the block. Now you might hug your knees and roll side to side. Release our lower back coming from the hyperextension. Then cross your leg right over the left side and drop your knee to the right and twist. Then the other side. Now let's do Shavasana. Resting on the mat. And soften everywhere. Imagine to be floating the surface of water.
More you relax, you can float. So more you tense, you might sink under the water. Let go the tension. Soften everywhere. I want to share from the Thich Nhat Hanh. Heart like a liver. If you pour a handful of salt into a cup of water, the water becomes undrinkable. But if you pour the salt into the liver, people can continue to draw the water to cook and wash and drink. The liver is immense, and it has the capacity to receive, embrace, and transform. When our hearts are small, our understanding and compassion are limited, and we suffer. We can't accept or tolerate others and their shortcomings, and we demand that they change. But when our heart expands, these same things don't make us suffer anymore. We have a lot of understanding and compassion and can embrace others. We accept others as they are, and then they have a chance to transform. So the big question is, how do we help our heart to grow? So that is a practice that we constantly practice. Gently notice our breath. Notice we are breathing. Notice we are breathing out. Let's move our fingers and toes and notice our body is here. We have this body and this sensation and our mind and heart. And we appreciate this life. And let's bring our hands reach over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Let's take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, exhale. Bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to ourselves. Thanks to our body, mind, and heart, and what we have today. And roll onto one side. Then gradually come up to a comfortable seat. Keep our eyes closed. And notice the ground underneath us and growing like a bamboo tree, lengthening our spine. Let's together. Take a big inhale, hands reach to the sky. Then exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. May this yoga practice benefit you and everyone. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice, sharing your time together. Namaste. Thank you for joining. And good to see you all. And if you have any comments, questions, let me know.